In this introductory chapter, I'm going to be talking about workers' compensation, and I think a brief history is important. If you go back to the negligence section of or the personal injury section, I talk about negligence. At the workplace, it used to be, many, many years ago, that to have or have a perfect or a prima facie cause of action, you would have to have a duty, a breach of the duty, usually of a coworker, that was the proximate cause of the damages and then damages. The problem with that is employees were getting injured on the job and they were not getting compensated. And so the government took a look at this issue and said we have a lot of injured workers. If you can imagine, steel workers, automobile workers, coal workers in these high-risk jobs, and we're not compensating them, and they're becoming actually a burden to society and a burden to the taxpayers. We've got to come up with a better plan. So the plan was, we're going to eliminate that. If you're injured on the work, we don't care who the fault was or who caused the fault or the accident. What now the government became concerned about is making sure we pay for the medical expenses through an insurance policy. And that was the beginning of workers' compensation. It may sound good, or it may sound viable, but the problem is that the injured worker gave up the sum of money that he might have obtained in a personal injury lawsuit. Oftentimes, and especially in Minnesota, everything is on a schedule. If you lose a finger, there's actually a schedule that I can go to that talks about which distal of the finger, and it has all 10, the dominant hand and non-dominant hand, and you can get a dollar value based on where the cut or where the loss occurred. It really sounds kind of gory, but that's how Minnesota has done it. They also have the same schedule for back injuries, and it sometimes gets much more complicated because you may have to merge two areas of the schedules together, and that's how they're paid. They also pay their doctors based on schedule. Workers' compensation is a common area of the law that oftentimes people come into the office, and when I tell them that the monetary award is not as important in the workers' compensation as continuing medical coverage and rehabilitation, it helps the injured worker understand what the real role is. So I provided the statutes of the workers' compensation that I felt most important. And if you have questions, you can contact me by Ask Ron, contact us, or Legal Research. So don't hesitate to give us a call if you have any questions, and we can provide further information to you.